Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans, and happy Valentine's Day. So, Faith and Moses. Moses. Throughout this entire episode, I just kept sitting there thinking, they had a list of names, and they decided to go with Moses. I mean, out of Bible or biblical names, could have chose a number of names. And they said, screw it. Who cares about, some of the cool names, like Rafe or Raphael or Michael or Gabriel. Now we'll go with Moses. Seriously? Anyway, I'm talking about these two characters because behind this job, most of this episode, I literally cared about their scenes the least. And to be fair, even on GH, I never really care about like the kids or the teenagers storylines. Like Jocelyn and Cameron and Trina. I don't really care. And in this episode, well, it was the exact same thing. Long story short, they're both they're trying to find the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. And Faith goes to Sharon and has this overly dramatic conversation about what is she going to sit there and give Moses, and Moses sit there and tracks down Nick, which, by the way, I'm like, yo, listen. Moses like, yeah, I got where you're at from your assistant. I'm like, so let me get this straight. This guy was probably working hard at work, at work, working or whatever. And he decides to go on a lunch break or whatever. And I'm like, yo, if this is not an emergency, and my assistant just, you know, gave you my location of where I'm eating, uh, I might be kind of pissed off at my assistant. I'm just saying. Um, Now, even though I didn't really care for this scene, or like their scenes together in general, just their whole storyline so far in this episode, I will sit there and say that I did like the fact that Moses, um, asked Nick what's the perfect gift to give to his daughter for Valentine's Day. It shows a level of maturity and thoughtfulness and just respect. And yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Um, Now, with that being said, they both get pep talks and they wind up giving the perfect Valentine's gift. So cool. Um, Before that, Noah was not there having dinner or lunch or whatever with his father. And, they're talking about Valentine's Day. And, Nick is like, oh, well, Valentine's Day is very commercial. And, it's just about a bunch of saps, saps or whatever going out spending an exorbitant amount of money on getting these gifts and stuff like that just to try to play it off. And, of course, Noah's like, yeah, bro, you're not fooling me. We both don't have dates on Valentine's Day. It is what it is. Let's not sit there and start fronting. Um, so Noah decides to go, and I do not understand why. He decides to go to Maria's and Tessa's place to give them their gift. The reason why I'm sitting there saying is that I don't understand why he decided to do that is because he didn't want to sit there and talk about how he was feeling with his dad, but yet you're put on this charade like you're so happy for them, and yet you're still sitting there having dreams about Tessa. So anyway, he goes over there and he gets them a Valentine's gift, and it's a gift of a painting of both of them, which was actually pretty nice. It was pretty cool. Um, but he does then. He also kind of realizes that you know what it kind of felt like I was interrupting something, which he was because Tess started singing, and I'm gonna be honest. Listen, her singing is good, but it's one of those things where it's like the minute she starts singing, you can just tell it's like lip syncing. And again, it's not to saying that she can't sing, but it's just so obvious. So she starts singing. I start rolling my eyes because I just look at this whole scene like, ugh, we're really doing this. And of course, she stops because Noah gets there. After Noah leaves, and after they thank him or whatever, she goes back to serenading her wife or future wife, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is just all sorts of arc in this. I'm fast forwarding past that. And that's literally what I did. So Adam and Sally, they do this whole fronting like, oh, we're just going to be professional and we're going to leave whatever sort of attraction we have at the door and just kind of just get down to business and meetings and stuff like that. And of course, that doesn't last too long. They start making out and they have sex or whatever. And then afterwards, they go to this. Apparently, there's only like one diner in town that they can go to. They wound up bumping into Chloe and Chelsea. Now, Chelsea and Chloe are talking about business, about this pitch and everything like that. And of course, Chloe's like, listen, Adam is left behind. Because, Chelsea was there talking about Ray and how much of a good conversation she was having despite her history or whatever. So anyway, Chloe was like, Adam is in the past or whatever, and you're just focused on the future and the business. And of course, they run right into Adam and Sally. And Adam and Sally sees them, and then they look at each other like, "All right, this is kind of awkward. You wanna leave?" Like, and they both is like, "No, we're not gonna leave. Whatever. Okay, fine. You're not gonna leave. You're not gonna sit there and let them chase you out of a place that you want to go. Cool, fine. But what was the point of walking over to them, having these little snipey conversations, and then leaving, like, and then starting to go, like, eat dinner or whatever? It was like, it was one thing that you saw each other and it was already awkward enough, but it was like, what was the point of that? Here's the thing, I don't know the history. I don't know Adam and Chelsea's history. I know that Chelsea had a thing for Adam, and Adam was kind of like, from the flashbacks to that story, he was like, I'm good. So, what was your plan? You just gonna go over there and like rub it in her face? Like, I don't understand. I really did not understand that whole scene, or well, I didn't understand why he felt the need to bring her over there for what? They have their little sniping contest back and forth, and then they just kind of go to their separate corners. Now, I didn't really care that much for the Ray and Sharon scene, which again I gotta sit there and say she looks way too young to have a daughter as old as Mariah, but whatever. Long story short, he talked about the stakeout and he was like, Chance, um, wasn't ready to come back to work. Now I'm gonna be honest, he took it way too well. I mean, he did sit there and say like, he clearly seemed like he has a lot of work or whatever, and it was, he said it was kind of nice for him to kind of dip his toes in the water and just kind of realize that he wasn't ready to go back to the force. And I'm like, these are life and death situations, and you invited him out to a stakeout. You see the perp, you see the criminal, whatever, and you both have this plan of going after him. My whole thing is that it could have went so left so fast because he was clearly not ready to sit there and get back on board as far as working. And I felt like he should have probably had a different attitude. I mean, yeah, you can be understanding and sympathetic and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you're out there doing a very, very dangerous job. And you want to come back home to your loved ones. And having a partner that's not ready and being like, yeah, I can come back out there. I can, be good. It'd be a good distraction and stuff like that. The guy who's supposed to have your back is not like there. He's not ready. Yeah, I probably would have been a little bit more upset with him. I mean, yeah, I can be empathetic, but at the end of the day, I mean, me being empathetic only goes so far. And in that line of work, you don't really get a lot of chances to have things like that come up or mistakes like that. So I was surprised that he took it as casually as he did. Um, and that was about it for the most part. They didn't really sit there and do anything. They hugged, they kissed. It was Valentine's Day. All right, fine, whatever. I don't know. I don't know about this show. I mean, I understand that Valentine's Day episodes, no matter what show it is always going to be kind of like, it can go either way. So I'm trying to not be so harsh on the show as a whole and just understand that it was a Valentine's Day episode and uh, it wasn't really great, but I guess I can give it a bit of leeway. A bit of leeway. Moses? Really? I mean, I appreciate the, uniqueness and the fact that it's completely different, but I felt like they could have went with so many other different names than Moses, but sure, whatever. Let me just double check my notes. Anyway, with that being said, I think that's about it. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. I think I'm kind of done talking about this episode. And with that being said, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Be safe. And again, happy Valentine's Day. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. Or just a great day in general if you're not with someone, whatever. And, yeah, see you in the next video.